It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Monday, October 12th, 2020. It's 7 a.m. and welcome Down on the Corner program. What a beautiful weekend. What?
7 a.m. plus a little.
Plus a little.
Scooter's been over here goofing off all morning.
Yeah, I've been playing around. Just
he decided to click around on the computer and everything goes black.
Oh, figures.
It's been an interesting minute and 45 seconds prior to going on here.
No problem.
Does the word crash
I was
mean
about
anything?
10 seconds off. No. Maybe a little bit more.
I got a question. Why is this a holiday? What did Columbus do other than go to the wrong beach? I mean...
So his navigational skills weren't the best, you know.
No banks, no stock market today. What else is closed?
Schools are open.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're here. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they need to be open as long as they can anyway.
Should. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It should be a reason that, okay, let's teach these kids something about history.
yeah.
There you go. It is Columbus Day, so I think they're not running mail. And there's several banks I noticed in Tennessee, a lot of banks are closed. Anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program. And it's brought to you by your local hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. That's up on the hill behind Wendy's. Same parking lot as Orchland's. And out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. Your hometown Sears store. You can call them at 870-425-3191. You found it.
Quit giving me that look. I was on another screen making sure we were streaming. We're good. We're good. We're on TV. We're on YouTube. We're on.
It's a miracle.
We're good.
Oh, we're actually a TV station. This
I know.
That's
It's
what it is.
kind of scary.
Surprise, we're on TV. I think that's the whole purpose. You know, it all went downhill when the coffee pot went haywire this morning.
And he don't even drink
coffee pot.
And he doesn't even drink coffee.
And he don't drink
No.
coffee.
He's
I
in
knew it
mo-
was going to be a bad day, though. I have to deal with Zdora without coffee.
He's in mourning.
So how's your cold coffee?
Well, I nuked it back there.
Oh, okay.
So it's,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you know, it's okay. Anyway, your hometown Sears store, they're the very best in home appliances, home entertainment.
Coffee pots?
I have to go, do they sell coffee pots?
I don't know.
I better go check. My coffee pot went haywire. I mean,
Perfect segue there, dude.
yeah. Let's hope they have coffee pots. Your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. Any guys want to comment on Sears? What's going on? Been by?
I haven't been by there in a little bit.
I haven't either. With my issues, I've been trying to stay in pretty much, but you know, it's still, you make the call, they service them all.
There
That's
you
the
go.
big thing.
Can't beat your hometown Sears store. Tell you what,
I know
they
they
do a
keep
fantastic
keep
job.
them busy. Every time you go by there, there's a lot
That's
of people
good.
there. They're-
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good customer service, and just it's good for the community. Your hometown Sears stores, you see, they're locally owned and operated, and that means a lot. When Bob Zdora is on here in a few minutes, he talks about local banks and the local economy, and it's, you know, that's just like that B12 shot. You know, it just keeps that economy going.
You
Your
know,
home-
the one thing that they are doing there, it's a little bit different. You know,
What's that?
somebody comes in and buys a new appliance set, so washer and dryer. They've been buying the old ones,
Oh yeah.
refurbishing them, trying to give the folks that can't afford brand new an
yeah.
option to be able to get something, a replacement, at a decent price. Yeah. Same thing with refrigerators. If they're not totally done and the compressor is out, he'll bring them in, change some trinkets, whatever it needs to do to get it back up to speed. And they're selling them at a very, very decent price. I do know that much from the last time I was in there, which
Well, that's
has
awesome.
not
There
happened
you go.
lately.
So check it out at your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Want to invite folks from the surrounding areas to come on down and visit the Sears store here in Mountain Home. You will not be disappointed. Once again, their phone number 870-425-3191. And they're in the same parking lot as Orchland's out in front of Physical Therapy Connection, your hometown Sears store. And I'm trying to enjoy Brewed Awakening coffee, except the coffee pot went haywire. What is this stuff? It's like,
Finally caught up with you.
well, I've had that coffee pot now for about
Your
5 or 6
coffee
years.
pot's telling you you've had enough.
I've had enough. It's time to kick the habit. Until
I would venture to say that this morning you are not drinking Brewed Awakening coffee.
Actually, I am.
You are What he is drinking is bathed beans.
Bathed beans. I got to remember, write that one down. Bathed beans.
All they have been is rinsed a little bit and then nuked. It's like taking a bath and throwing a cup of hot water in it. It's just not going to work.
Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. As Mike says, we are real coffee, and he gets the freshest roasted beans right here in Mountain Home. He can place an order within 24 hours. He's got the best beans in town for the coffee. So Brewed Awakening Coffee, locations at Baxter Regional Hospital, follow the protocol for COVID-19. And, of course, you got drive-thrus at Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Brewed Awakening Coffee. And, Bob, we got a leftover cinnamon roll.
We do.
How is that?
Well,
No.
he did.
Now the cinnamon roll is good, Newt.
Some serious damage to this one. And I ate a little breakfast, too. I was kind of surprised. It started with the stomach.
Wow, yeah.
That's
Brewed
full
Awakening
meal
Coffee, the
right
best
there.
coffee in town. You got your mochas, your lattes, your frappuccinos, you name it, they've got it. They're there to serve you at 3 locations today, Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, and, of course, the main lobby of the hospital. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. There's probably some folks there that I haven't met yet. And so, when the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes, they're very, very professional, caring, loving, and understanding. They'll bend over backwards to serve you. And so Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis. I can't say enough good things about what they do. And it's a tough job. And there's a lot of folks, I know I couldn't do it, but they do it so well. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, and they bring in the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, just wanted to say thank you for your blessings. You've been so good to us. And then, Lord, yesterday as I drove through Arkansas, North Arkansas, southern Missouri, I wondered how could anyone see this and not believe in God? We're so blessed to live in such a beautiful area. But now, Lord, as we move closer to Election Day, I pray people will realize how good our economy is, how good the job market is, and we can actually say Merry Christmas at Christmas time without offending anybody. So why move backwards? Lord, my prayer today is give us wisdom as we vote. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And
Now, wait a minute. If the coffee pot went haywire and he crashed the program, what's this going to be?
Do we have to have this?
Awesome.
part,
Dun, dun, dun! The weather.
Bob? Yeah.
Okay.
I brought silence.
No applause either. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website, retiretoarkansas.net. It's time to take a look at the White River.
If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing.
A little bit of
at all.
fog at the ground level. Yeah, it's pretty shot. What was it, Bob?
He's saying if you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything at all. That's why it was quiet.
Beautiful shot of the White River and the fog laid on top of the river. You can see the sunrise and see the higher elevation part of Cotter, Arkansas.
That is pretty.
It is gorgeous, isn't it? Wow, beautiful. You see the river on the
Frog
right.
sandwich in there.
Yeah, it does.
How long does it normally take for that to lift out? Like on a day like today where we're not really expecting.
7:30 it'll all be gone.
Really?
Wow.
As soon as
Yeah.
the sun comes up, kind of.
Yeah.
Just burns it out.
Burns it out.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just burns it right out.
You go to retiretoarkansas.net and you can look at the live webcam all throughout the day. And there's a little camera icon on the lower right-hand side of the screen that you can take pictures of, share it with friends and family. And while you're there at retiretoarkansas.net, check out all the listings, not only by the Z-Team, but Century 21 as well, and all of the MLSs there for you in the multiple listing service area. Both in Arkansas and Missouri, the team is ready to go to serve you today by calling 870-405-0793, the award-winning Z-Team. Outstanding customer service and just commitment to the community, and they're here to help. Arkansas or Missouri, give them a call today. The Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Bob will be on here in just a few minutes with This Week in Real Estate, and we'll go over it a little bit more in depth. So let's take a look at the weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now, 60, that's not bad. 66 in Mountain Home, 68 already at Harrison. Look at Batesville, 70 already. 69 in Salem, 66 at Calico Rock. Flipping at 67, Marshall at 68, 69 at West Plains, and around the region, St. Louis at 64, same at Poplar Bluff. Springfield, Missouri at 67. And wow, Watford City, they've got that cold air that's going to hit us later in the week. 36 right now in Watford City. This little map right here is showing cold air pushes south by Friday. So it's going to cool off on the weekend, it looks like. So taking a look at the radar, there's shower activity throughout the country. I wish some of it would come here. We are dry. So you can see it up there in Montana and Idaho and Washington and Oregon. And then you see the line of showers here in western Wisconsin, central Iowa, all the way up into the, all the way up across Minnesota. What was that?
The weather.
What do you buy the crow? There's a crow in the roof.
I should have recorded that.
Beats the trumpet any day, right? Little shower activity off the East Coast from Washington down to Hartford, Connecticut. And so let's take a look at the two-state area, Arkansas, Missouri. Highways are clear, 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 to Branson, 67, 167 Little Rock to Batesville and on up to Poplar Bluff area in Missouri. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, 530 in Arkansas clear. 555 to Dyersburg in good shape. 412 to Jackson looking good. In Missouri, we got Interstate 44, 29, 49, 70, and 55 looking good. Highway 160, 60, 63, 67 all clear right now. And over into Illinois, southern Illinois from East St. Louis, Illinois east on 64. They're in pretty good shape there. Well, it takes a lot of zooming to get 64 to show up. Won't show up hardly at all, will it? Interstate 57 in good shape there as well. Now, no watches or warnings for Arkansas other than extreme. Northeast Arkansas near the river, southern Illinois, western Kentucky, most of Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi with some fog advisories, some red flag warnings. Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota. Nothing for Arkansas right now. 7-day forecast, we have bright sunshiny skies. We range in temperatures from 76 today, 79 tomorrow, 79 on Wednesday, 69 on Thursday, and 63 on Friday with the cool front coming through. What's going on the highways? Not much. Traffic moving well in Arkansas. No accidents or warnings or any highway damage going on. Same thing in Missouri. Everything's looking good in the state of Missouri. No problems there. Bull Shoals Lake sitting at 662.28, 3.28 feet above the full pool of 659, while Norfolk sits at 555.36, which is 3.36 feet above the full pool of 552.
And they said they had some floodgates open this morning for some reason.
I wonder why.
At Norfolk.
Huh.
I'll tell you what, they've been draining the heck out of Bull Shoals.
Have they? Yeah, it's almost down to full. I mean, they've got they're within 3.28 feet of being at the top, so our full pool. So pollen index is going down, down, down. 2.7 today, 1.1 tomorrow. That's just almost non-existent. So get rid of them allergies. Our good old buddy COVID-19 is still hanging around. We have 24 active. Nah, that's wrong. I got it wrong. It's 124 active, it looks like. 75, 85. It'll be about 224 people active out of 1,427 that have recovered. We have a very low percentage rate. And then in the state, we're looking at a 90% recovery rate. Pulaski County, where they watch that every day, they have 808 active out of 391,000. That's 0.002% of the population. So right now, Baxter with 75, Marion with 10, Searcy with 13, Stone with 16, 89 in Izzard, and 38 in Fulton. That's your active with 1,427 recovered. Crude oil prices are hovering around the $40 mark. It was down a little bit. The Dow Jones Industrial on Friday closed at 28,586.90. It was up 161.39. And so the market continues to be strong. And that's that. Morning weather. All the updates brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retired2Arkansas.net. Yep.
Couple things real quick. Mountain Home Bombers pulled off an awesome homecoming victory
beat
Friday
Van
night.
Buren.
Beat Van Buren. Beat them by 12. That was a good thing. The junior high teams will travel to Marshfield this afternoon to play 2 games up at Marshfield. And the Cotter girls volleyball team, I believe, went undefeated this year.
Boy.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
awesome.
Now, if
And
I'm
2
wrong,
years
I'm
ago,
wrong.
the flipping girls team went undefeated.
But
2 or 3 years
that's
ago.
pretty exciting. Those girls work hard and
They sure did.
try to get with their AD and see if we can get them on Friday sometime quick. So.
Very good. Congratulations, Bombers. That was a great win. 49-37 over Van Buren. That's quite the upset. All right, time for a break. This Week in Real Estate coming up with Bob Zdora. Stick around.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Take us.
See?
7:18.
That's a good thing.
How can anybody have so much fun on a Monday as we're having today?
Because I'm here.
Yeah.
There you go. It makes the difference.
There we
in
go.
the world.
That's what does it.
How you been?
Good.
How was that cinnamon roll from Brewed Awakening?
That was very good, Dale. Thank you very much.
You bet.
And thanks to them for making such a good product. I mean, it's a couple days later, boom, nuke it 15 seconds, good as gold.
Yep, there you go.
So,
I was visiting with a friend on Facebook, and they were bragging about they sold a house.
cool.
And she used to live here, and I said, there's been $22 million sold since September 1st. She said, what?
Yeah, it's been, I was reading an article yesterday, and they're talking about how things are changing and how people's lives, as they look at the long term, what's going to be the end result of the COVID, and people are realizing and businesses are realizing that not everybody has to work downtown, wherever downtown is, which is going to affect, there's a lot of restaurants that are little bars, things like that, little shops that are closing in these metropolis areas that are never going to be able to reopen again. I mean, the people just can't afford to get back on their feet no matter what happens to the rest of the economy. It just, that startup cost, as you know.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the startup costs and trying to get rolling again, it's just prohibitive. And then those other places that may have suffered damage through the insurrections that occurred earlier in the year, they'll never get back on their feet. So as people and companies realize that they can have their employees either stay home or meet in different areas than they are, it's changing that logistics and that dynamic of the downtown area. And these governments, local governments, have put millions of dollars into revitalizing the downtown area and putting more nightlife in there and more restaurants and things like that for the people that are moving down there. How many of those will stay there in the long term? And one of the things that people are looking for as they're coming out of these places is lower taxes, lower crime, warmer. They're looking more southwest, smaller places where the covenants weren't as restrictive on everyone, and things that people that had always thought about doing those types of things are now like, no, we're going to do this. And so I think that's a big part of the boom that we're seeing right now. I would like to see, and it's easy for me to say because I don't have any skin in that game, but I'd like to see these contractors get going and get some spec houses up that people can come and to buy, and instead of working on buy land, build a house, and next. I know that they had some issues in the last recession on our west coast, as it were, along the Oklahoma border there. But if you do it in steps, I think that it can be very good. I mean, look at the place on 16th Street off the bypass there that they're working on. I mean, he's like 6 months out building them, and they're sold. Yeah. So
those are some
there's
nice little
people
condos.
there's people that are here. I mean, try to get across 62 at lunchtime.
I know better.
Exactly. I mean, we're becoming a little more. It'd be interesting to see what the census works out as.
Because back 1978 through about 1985, there's a lot of spec houses being built.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could build them a lot cheaper, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
That has a lot to do with it. The cost of building a house now, for it to sit for a little while and paying the interest on it. Fortunately, the interest rates are pretty low, but the cost of that, and I understand that, so I'm saying it's easier for me to say, not having the skin in the game, but just talking to people that are coming here that want to see new construction. They don't want to take on rehabbing a house that's here. They're not looking for a house from 1978 unless it's been redone. You know, if your house has already been redone, you've got a new kitchen, a new bath, the yard is nice, new roof. Those are the kind of things that, okay, they're more interested in. To take on something that's still got the shag carpet and we see those, you know, they still got the Harvest Gold or the avocado sink and
copper tone refrigerator.
It's kind of cool, but it's kind of like, oh my God. So they want to be able to come down because they don't want to take on a project. They're at a stage of their life that they don't want to be taking big projects on it. It's really the best way to put it. So we're going to see what happens, but people are coming, and there's reasons why. It's because of the taxes, the crime, that we were not slammed shut. I mean, my mom hasn't been out of the house since March. She was out. She went to a funeral. I mean, she can literally count on one hand the places that she's got her hair done a couple of times. So that was like a big deal. And and she's one of millions, literally millions of people. And it's a shame, you know, to be at that stage of your life and to become a prisoner.
Yeah.
Well, I love my home. I love your home. I said, I know you do, Ma. I said, but go out in the yard even. Go listen to the birds. Do something. Oh, I'm fine here. I'm fine here. And it's just from that constant drumbeat on the TV, and they're scared. And I can understand that. I don't know, you know, if I had health issues, and she doesn't. She's 91 years old. She takes a blood pressure pill, and that's it. So it's just that paranoia that's been built up over the past months.
Well, I've got pastor friends and acquaintances that have elderly women like that, and they won't even go to the mailbox.
Yeah.
They're afraid of getting COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
But so people are coming. People are leaving here because life goes on, and you have a better job opportunity. You're going to go to school someplace else. Your spouse is going to do something different than they did before. And so the real estate market has been active. It's been active from people coming here. It's been active from people leaving here. We don't have as many homes on the market as we would like to see as far as showing buyers that are coming here. But it's been kind of a challenge, to try to find places for people as they do come down. We're seeing people buying properties sight unseen. They're buying it just from the photos. Because that's their choice, because by the time they get here, they know somebody else is going to beat them here and they'll lose it. And a house that's well priced and presented well is going very quickly. That's where you see these houses where you will get 3, 4, 5 that'll come up active contingent within the week that they came on. We've got one that they wrote on yesterday under 7 days. So that'll be on next week's numbers, but under 7 days it's under contract, full price. So,
Wow.
And some of these, when you're pricing them, you kind of like, oh man, I don't know, are we going to be able to hit this? And they are. So, we're here to help. We're here to help you move on to the next phase of your life, help you to find the right home for the right time of your life. And that's very important as well. We've been using that as a tag because that's really what it is. It's making you happy where you are right now. Whether, like I say, whether you're coming or going, helping you find a mover. Pretty difficult right now. Helping you find financing. There's some people that are really, really good at this. Working with VA loans, first-time home buyers. And with the team that we've got, we've assembled people that can help with all of the little ins and outs and the intricacies of buying a home. And that is just so important. If you're a first-time home buyer, you don't really know. You've seen this stuff on TV, and then when you start to see it for real, what houses are really like when you're looking at them, or what's really in them, and what the space, how big is big, how much you can really afford, the importance of being pre-approved. In this market, I cannot overstress the importance. I don't care how old you are, or if you've bought 50 houses, to have that pre-approval letter in your hand when you write the offer, because that's the first question the seller wants to know. Can they do this? Not do they want to do it, Can they do it? And we had that yesterday. Like I said, we had the house that went under in under a week, and that was the first thing, well, can they really do it?
Amazing.
We got a pre-approval here from whatever. Okay. And then they're more confident saying, yes, we'll go ahead. Not, we're going to find out 2 weeks from now that they've got 6 bankruptcies and they're not going to be able to do it. And at least get a preliminary credit check. And sometimes things happen. People buy a car or something in the midst of, or buy the furniture for the house before they close, and their credit score takes a tick or two down. And those kind of things, we tell people, don't do that. Yeah, okay. And then do it anyway. So that happens. That's just part of the business. And those are the things that we work on. Those are the things we work on day in, day out, and trying to help people be happy. That's all I want to do. I want people to be happy.
Very simple.
Very simple. It really is. Very simple.
Oh.
But we work hard all the time. We're going to be in a virtual class today, tomorrow, Wednesday, I think it is, for Century 21. Mm-hmm. We're top agents and recognized by Century 21, by the Century 21.
Yeah, corporate.
As top agents, and so they sent us a box full of swag, different odds and ends in there, and there were little treats and snacks for when we're watching things, because we were supposed to go to Hawaii. This trip was supposed to be in Hawaii this year for top agent. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So they're going to do it virtually, and so they sent us some goodies just because. So that's kind of cool. But we work hard, and normally we would be in a class, like Sam and I, we got our military relocation professional designation last year, but that was the last class that we've been in. But usually we're in classes pretty consistently. We want to be on top of our game and our skill set, because we know that people's lives are, when you tell them something and you're the professional, you better know what you're talking about, or you better know not to go down that trail. And just say, you need to talk to a concrete guy about that, or whatever the situation is. Because people, you're the one who's got it says realtor on your thing. I see you on TV, which is the other one. I see you on TV, or I hear you. on the radio, and that carries a certain caveat. Mm-hmm. I know Dale Hoffman. I know Scooter. I know Bob. That makes me somebody. That makes me somebody.
One of those names will help you.
Well, but it depends depending upon the circumstances.
Brent Weaver.
But depending upon the circumstances, it may.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, depends on the crowd you're with.
So get the numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 50 new listings came on, 3 commercial properties, 10 parcels of land, 37 homes came on the market. They came on in the range from $750,000 to $29,000. 3 of those came on as active contingent. Average price coming on the market this week was $241,000. There were 59 sales. 3 commercial properties, 10 parcels of land. Strange that those numbers worked out that way. But 46 homes sold. They sold in a range of $675,000 to $31,000. Average sale price was $195,000 with 137 days on market. $8.9 million in residential real estate closed this past week. Yeah. So that we were at like 8.6 or something 4 weeks ago, and then we got to 7 something, and it was like 7.1 last week,
8,
and now we're back at 8.9. Amazing.
See, Monday on the 5th, 7.1 that week.
Yeah.
And that brought you to 22 million from
So
the
it's
14th.
been it's been busy.
That's 30 million.
There's
$31 million.
people coming. 26 properties expired, 18 had price changes. There's still 116 pending. There's 268 homes that are listed on the MLS. And as we've talked about before, a number of those are going to be 2-3 entries for the same house. So that number actually isn't a real number. 96 in Mountain Home, 18 in Bull Shoals, 2 in Cotter. Year to date, there's been 929 homes have sold for $154.7 million. The average sale price this year has been $166,000 with 145 days on market. And when I talk about how busy it is and how quickly homes are selling, in 145 days, we're doing is we're picking up homes that have been on the market for a long time, and they're finally finding buyers for them. They may have finally realized that if we're going to sell, now's the time, drop the price a little bit, whatever. Or in some cases, the price is working up to them. Last year in the same time period, there had been 878 houses that sold for $130.7 million. So $24 million more in real estate has closed this year than last year.
Unbelievable.
The average sale price last year was $148,000 with 133 days on market. And that's busy. That's busy. I mean, we're looking, last year was our best year ever, and we're looking to slide through that. So we thank everybody. We thank everybody who does call us and recommend us. And
unbelievable, something else.
The importance of the recommendation just can't be overstated. You know, when you make a referral, and ask for us. If you go to the office, ask for the Z team. If you call the office, ask for the Z team, because we're not always there. So give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. As Dale mentioned, the website is retiredtoarkansas.net. And we've got the webcam on there. We've got all the MLSs on there. Everything you could do is right there. So give us a call, 870-405-0793.
Arkansas and Missouri.
Yes, sir, and Missouri. Linda's licensed in Missouri. Darlene's licensed in Missouri.
We got to bring this up one more time.
Oh,
Is it cleared out?
7:30, cleared out.
Oh, yeah.
Cleared out.
You were
30
right.
minutes
Right
later.
about
Look at that.
7:30.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Simply beautiful. Wow. Time for a break. Coming up, Missing Monday with Brent Weaver. Be right back. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Almost 7:38, and it's time for Missing Monday. And this is brought to you by People That Care, Connecticut Water Systems. Jay Chafin, State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Then we have Happy Lawn Care LLC, and they're proudly insured by Jay Chafin, State Farm. And also the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation and the fine folks at St. Peter Catholic Church here in Mountain Home. And now, Brent Weaver with Missing Monday. Brent.
Good morning. Good morning, Genevieve.
Good morning, Genevieve.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Doing good, doing well. Brett, take it away.
All right. I wasn't here last week, but I thought we'd follow up on some of the internet safety, but I thought today we would talk about the dangerous apps that are out there on that kids can get hold of on the cell phones. And it's not just for kids, it's also adults.
Right, yeah. Lots of dangerous apps out there. Really what we try to teach when we educate is that every app is dangerous for more or less the same reasons. And that's the fact that kids can have contact with people that they don't know, meaning that they can be sent any kind of inappropriate message, inappropriate photos, as well as send those same things back and forth. Arkansas has close to 17,000 registered sex offenders. And if you're a registered sex offender and you have an affinity towards children, apps, the internet are a key place to search out victims. And so they utilize these apps readily, and it makes them all dangerous, just for the fact that they can have contact, and parents don't have any idea that they're speaking with with people that they don't know.
Yeah, and I was noticing too. I went to Leslie Rutledge's website last night, and I kind of stumbled over I guess it would be the top 16 according to our Attorney General, most dangerous apps for, I guess, to recognize in the state of Arkansas. And one I recognized right off the bat. The top one was TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for a long time, the most dangerous app out there was Kick. And I would go talk to kids in the schools, and primarily about junior high age. They were all on that app. And I started finally asking them, why are you using this app? Because I knew it was listed as one of the most dangerous apps out there. And they would say, well, it's because it's got free messaging. So that's kind of a key with all of these apps, is that they can contact each other free. Not everyone has unlimited texting, unlimited messaging, unlimited data, that kind of thing. And so for a lot of kids, the free part of these apps is key. And so they were using that app in particular because it was listed as a free messaging app. And that's kind of one of the key things with these apps, is they're not all what they claim to be. So even if you're a parent that's trying to do their best to monitor what their kids are using, and you go to the App Store and you read the definition about this app, again, like I said, Kick was listed as one of the most dangerous because when you opened up Kick, it had a map that basically showed where anyone who used this app that was within a mile radius of you at that time. And the reason is because it was used for sexual encounters. And so it was a quick hookup, and you open up this map and you could find somebody for a random quick hookup. And so we had 12-year-olds walking around with this app in their back pocket, basically on their phone, and had no idea the danger that it put them in. It's the same thing with various other apps such as TikTok and Snapchat. Most of these apps all have location settings now that can show your location unless you specifically go into those apps and change that.
And I've noticed too on there that there's an existing app with similarities, and it's called Grindr, which is a dating app mainly designed for the LGBT community, but it's not. It does not allow children. So we're looking at an app that targets adults.
Well, it targets adults, but the primary users of most all of these apps are under 18 years old, because who's monitoring these ages? No one.
Exactly.
Other than parents who should be, and in a lot of cases, try to monitor it. But even Facebook, you're required to be 13 years old. The majority of those who have Facebook right now are under 10. And, if you ask them, about that, they'll say, well, my parents said it was okay. And of course, that's the determining factor if your parents say it's okay. But my point is just that they're lying about their age.
Correct.
People online lie about all kinds of things, including their age. Most people are not abiding by those age factors, and they're not monitored in any way. So the age thing really almost doesn't matter in most of these cases. Yeah, it's targeting adults, and they'll say it's really for users that are 17 and older or 18 and older, or whatever their age is, but nobody's monitoring that.
Correct. I remember going into local school here in Nelson Wilkes. I'd speak on Arkansas Week to first graders, and that was one of the questions I would ask is, how many of you have Facebook account? And probably, I would say anywhere from 80 to 85% of the first graders would raise their hands.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, the average age that kids are getting cell phones these days is 4 and 5 years old. That's their own cell phone that they keep and they have with them. And there's a lot of reasons for that besides just that it's, a cell phone like everyone else has. If you think about it, most households don't have landlines anymore. So if you've got a latchkey kid, that's, the term we used in my day, if you've got a child that comes home alone after school, then parents want to make sure that they have a way to contact someone in case of an emergency, or if they're ever at home alone, they want to make sure that they can contact someone in case of an emergency, so they provide them with a phone. Or there's lots of households that are dual households. So if the kids are going to dad's for the weekend, mom wants to make sure that they have access to contact her at any given time. So there's lots of reasons that are reasonable for that, but 4 and 5 years old, and these cell phones have 6 times greater technology than it took us to get to the moon. And we're giving them to 4 and 5 year olds, but not necessarily equipping them with the dangers that come with those phones, such as these apps that they're on.
Correct. And I thought we'd take this opportunity since we have this platform of speaking on this, and to discuss some of the other apps that parents may not be aware of. For instance, like there's a gaming app called Discord.
DISCORD?
DISCORD, that's correct.
Discord, never heard of that.
It's a chat room for gamers. When they go on there, that way the kids can talk back and forth while they're playing games together. So,
which is really pretty much like most of the games now, because so many of them are live that you can play live, which is basically the same sort of thing that you're talking back and forth to each other in live time and playing together. So these kids are often playing with total strangers that could live, in the next town or could live across the world. And it's a great way for predators to get information from kids. They're preoccupied with the games. They're preoccupied with what's going on in front of them, and it's a great time for predators to ask them all kinds of questions that otherwise this child might realize and think, oh, I'm not supposed to answer that, or I don't need to tell this person I don't know that information. But when you're preoccupied with playing, it's easy to be asked stuff that you aren't even really aware that you're answering.
A lot of these video games now, they've got voice decoders that will change your voice. And you can be an adult and sound just like a kid talking to another player.
Absolutely.
The advancements are just unbelievable. Another app.
Fortnite's another big one. It's a big game amongst the kids these days, Fortnite. So Roadblock's another one. Kids love that. And the games themselves are fine. It's not that they're such a bad, terrible thing. It's just that it becomes a platform and a venue for predators who, don't have good intentions with these kids, and these kids are unaware of that kind of thing.
Right. That brings me into the next app we want to talk about, Snapchat.
I've heard of it, don't know about it.
Snapchat's a photo and video type app for a lot of kids get on Snapchat. And do you know much about that, Genevieve?
Yeah. I love Snapchat. I've been using it for years. We started using it, my husband and I, when our oldest went off to college. It was really new at that point. And our mentality was, if she's going to use it, or if our kids are going to use it, then we're going to use it. We're going to know what it does and what it's about and that kind of thing. And our kids, a lot of times our family still uses it to communicate. It's fun. It's a great little app. The problem with Snapchat is what it was really designed to do. And most people, especially adults, most kids realize what it was designed to do because they're still using it for that. But the adults tend to not realize that it was designed to be a sexting app. And sexting is where you send.
Yes.
It was designed to actually be a sexting app. And sexting is where you send inappropriate photos or inappropriate text through technology. And so it's designed for that, because what Snapchat does is the photos disappear after so many seconds. So it can last, you get to set how long they last, and it can be up to 8 seconds or it can be just a second, and they go away. So a little bit, yeah. The problem is, what we know about the internet is that this stuff doesn't actually ever really go away. And so not only are these kids doing what is essentially illegal, because it's considered child pornography if you're underage. So if they're sending sexting material, it's pornography, which is illegal. It's child pornography, excuse me, which is illegal. But then it doesn't actually always go away. It can fall into the wrong hands. You've got people who can screenshot it and save it, and who knows who they're showing it to. And it can be downloaded. You know, back in 2017, Snapchat had a couple of guys that hacked its servers and downloaded more than 2 million pictures that people thought had disappeared. And so it's not always gone like people think it is, especially the way kids want to think it is, and it can get them into a lot of trouble. People use those pictures then to blackmail, or what we call sextortion, which is sexting and extortion, to get things from kids that they might not otherwise be able to. So it causes a lot of damage. But, you know, again, when you go to the App Store, that's not how they describe Snapchat. They don't say it's a great sexting app. They say it's a social media app. So it's one of those things that parents really need to do some homework on. That's one of the things we have on our page. We have a listing under the education that lists a lot of the top most dangerous apps that are really popular among kids right now. We try to keep that up to date as much as we can, because I know that's one of the concerns that parents have. But it's hard because there's just so many apps, and they come out every day with so many more. So keeping up with that, they're always one step ahead, it seems like. But again, the thing that we always try to reinforce is that all apps are dangerous for the same reasons, and that is that your kids can be talking to people they don't know, sharing information they don't know. It's a way that you're basically letting predators into your home, into your children's lives, into their bedrooms with them at night while they're on their phone.
Yeah.
So that's really the danger in all of them.
Yeah. Before we go, I wanted to discuss about a active missing person. Her name is Leora Hardy out of Joplin, Missouri. What grabbed my attention is that this one, do you know if this is a possible, I'm not sure where they're leaning, the law enforcement, if it's an abduction or of a runaway?
I think that they aren't necessarily for sure, and so that's why you can't tell for sure which way it goes. Either way, that puts her life in danger, because within 72 hours,
Yes.
and usually within 72 hours of a kid, even if they've run away, they're more likely to be trafficked.
Yep. And she's the prime age 14. It's scary.
And I noticed she also has a medical condition, which enhances that quite a bit. So
90 seconds.
All right. You know, I know we didn't touch on some of the apps, and there's so many more out there. I mean, including YouTube, which is kind of floored me.
Absolutely,
you know, but,
and YouTube Kids,
But the most important thing is that the only way to combat this is, like you said in the past, is education. You know, be an acknowledgement of what's going on. Check your kids' phones, check their computers, and I mean, there's even dangerous apps that will cover up some of these other dangerous apps. So
absolutely.
Well, thank you, Genevieve.
Yeah,
and we'll see you next week.
Educate.
Yep, you bet.
All right.
See you
Thanks
next
so
Monday.
much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good week.
All right,
you too. Quick break. Be right back.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. There she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work. And deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
One. 748, Brent, real quick, you want to do some follow-up on this missing person? Here's
Sure.
a paper on it right here.
Okay. Well, you have the poster. I've got some information that that happened shortly after she became missing. Joplin Police Captain William Davis told the Joplin Globe that there were no findings from searches. They did some foot searches in the area. They brought in the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children along with the FBI and conducted a series of intensive searches in 3 different locations and even brought in some search dogs, and she has not been found. So she was last seen in the area of D Street and North Wall Avenue, which is encompassed by the neighborhood where she lives, and she is described as being 5 feet 1 inch tall and weighing 100 pounds. She has brown hair and she does wear glasses, and she may be in need of medications, according to the missing poster and the police department. We do know for a fact that she was not required to attend school because of the COVID pandemic related split schedule. Police reported that she was last seen at 10 a.m. on September 17th by her mother, and when the mother returned home at 4:30 p.m. she was missing. Has not been seen since.
If you see how you pronounce it, Leora?
Leora.
You can call the Joplin Police Department at 417-623-3131. We're just about out of time. More information, I'll tell you what. Scary, ain't it?
It is scary.
Wow.
But we have a lot of positives come out too. So
with that, we need to wrap it up. Thanks to Bob Zdora for This Week in Real Estate, Bob Rechtenwald and Brent Weaver, and of course Scooter for all the exciting times we've had today. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.